Hello there, everybody, and welcome to a very, very special stream today. Let's see who we've got in the chat tonight then. Welcome. I'm Zockley, guys, and I'm just gonna, in just a second, I'm gonna introduce you to our first guest tonight for this very exciting release stream of the Xbox version of Space Engineers. And that first guest is, of course, the CEO, creative director, and founder at Keen Software House, Marek Rosa. So it's great to see you guys here. Let's just get Marek in, because obviously we are home officing right now, so we can't have him in person with me, but I'm gonna get him just now. Let's see. All right, I got Marek. Let's just see. Marek, can we hear you?
Yes, Joe.
Let's have a look. You're now on stream, Marek, so you can say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Let's get the sound here as well. So, Marek, how are you feeling about today? You say it's been a long time coming the Xbox, but how are you feeling right now?
Good. Yeah, I think like one era is over, another era is starting. You know, that kind of thing.
For sure.
And I think that our team did a great job, and there is also still a lot of things to do, or like improve on the space engineering for Xbox. So that's also good.
Yeah, because just in a second, what we're going to do is we're going to play the release trailer, and then we're going to kind of unleash the update, and then together with Marek, we're going to go over the update and the release, and just kind of highlight a couple of the things, because of course you guys have been already playing it via the alpha and also via the pre-access. So of course we already have some feedback coming in, and we definitely want to address those things. We've also got a little surprise today, a little unboxing to happen on stream. So we'll do that in a little bit as well. And I'm super excited to show you guys what we've actually cooked up. So let's have a look here. Marek, is there anything else you'd like to kind of say to the community before we get started here with the trailer?
I think that's all. Just like enjoy it and look also forward to the new things that will be coming from us.
There's lots of, even this year, we can't say anything right now, but there's definitely a lot of really exciting things, and I'm dying to tell you guys about it. And so just a heads up as well, guys, later on we're going to be joined by the lead programmer on at the Xbox version of Space Engineers, as well as one of our lead artists, Natik, and finally our community manager, Kianata. So that will all be happening a little bit later on the stream. So if you're good to go, Marek, we can roll the clip.
Please.
Fantastic. Here we go.
Over 4 million copies sold on PC. Construct epic ships and stations. Destructible blocks and environments. Engineer to overcome challenges. Share builds in an ultra-creative community. Unleash your need to create. Now on Xbox.
And there we go, guys. We're back in here. So there's the release trailer. It's here. It's been a long time coming, but we're so happy to see a whole new area of the community now having access to the game and being able to create and share their builds now. Let's see. how many of you guys in the chat actually are Xbox players? Give us a little wave if you actually have already got the game and maybe either have pre-ordered and are waiting to play today, or have actually been playing the last couple of days. I'm curious how many Xbox players you've got in the chats tonight, because we're actually streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer. So I've got all 3 chats up. I'm keeping an eye on all of them, so that's great. And I assume now, Marek, would you like to do the honors of unleashing?
Yes. So Vašek and Petr and everybody else, like here, I would usually say unleash the release, but this time, in all the technical things were already done, so the game is like on Xbox for the last couple of days, and so basically the only thing that will be unleashing right now, I think, is the blog post and some posts like this, maybe the trailer, things like that. But anyway, now we are unleashing the Xbox release. I think this is the big moment when, officially, Space Engineers for Xbox is available.
It's kind of surreal, actually. It's really is surreal.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me as well. Okay. And we'll start linking the blog post as well. So if you're curious, we're going to be going over it now. But if you're curious to read up on the kind of some behind the scenes stuff and also what's coming, please do check out Marek's blog. That's just gone live right now. And let's just check this. And of course, we will be jumping into some Xbox in just a little bit here, and seeing also who we can join on multiplayer maybe. Xbox, a lot of Xbox players in the chat, Marek, as well. People enjoying it already, which is fantastic.
I see.
All right, let's. So, Marek, would you like to? Would you like us to? I'm checking the thing here. Would you like to do the surprise now that we've kind of got the release out the way?
Yeah. You mean the thing that we received just in time?
Literally just like an hour ago, I got it.
Yeah. Please do it.
All right then, guys. So I'm gonna switch to a slightly different setup here. Marek can hopefully still hear me. I've got a unboxing setup here. So it's a little slick transition. Let me just move all this. Hold up. I couldn't have enough room to have 2 setups, so I had to kind of have one that was like ready for this and one that was okay. All right, so these are my hands. So, Marek's gone. Hold on. Let's just add Marek back in here. There we go. There's Marek. He can be watching as well. This is we've been very excited to get our hands on this. Just do. There we are. It's making you a bit bigger than Marek. Okay. So, hiding all the cables. All right, let's see. So, we have a mystery box. Well, not so mystery, but handle with care. I'll try my best. Now, if we open this, we've got something. Many thanks for your project. Best regards, Extreme Consoles team. That might be a clue. It also says your design we've got some, let's see. The used look features wear, dirt, scratch, surface marks, and some scratches like it's been used in space over time. So I'm going to try and get this out here. It's quite... fragile. Okay. Now we're left with some good bubble wrap. Begin tearing said bubble wrap. Find out what we have inside. See, I was gonna get this out on stream just straight off, but it came in such nice wrapping. I thought we should actually do the full unboxing rather than have it prepared, because actually and I literally just got it as well, so. It's like Christmas. can see a Space Engineers logo down here. Okay.
By the way, this is also kind of unboxing for me. Like, I know what is inside.
Yeah.
But I saw the concept art, but I never saw it like for real.
So it actually comes. I've actually got like an Xbox. How the bubble wrap's gone. Just checking, yeah. Oh, almost there. So, you have a Space Engineers logo. We've got some carrying handle, some kind of green zippers. Very, very nice, high quality box here. It's better if I unbox it like this, seeing as you guys are that way, right? So let's get the zips and find out exactly what we're looking at. Oh, careful. This is where I break something. Oh, actually, let's see. I was actually just making sure there we go. So, first, you're greeted with this. Check it down there, the lighting's a bit better here. So we've got, yes, a custom Space Engineers Xbox controller. Here, I'll just see if I can get it in there as well. Lighting's kind of got some reds. We got the logo there. We got some kind of rust, kind of well-used industrial kind of paint. I say, there it is, a bit better. We'll be taking some nice pictures and posting these, so you can see it in high detail here. But this has all been made custom. Okay. So we've got some thanks from the team. Now, moment of truth. Oh, not quite. One more. Actually, how am I going to do this? I'm trying to keep the wrapping in a good state. Here it comes. Oh man, this is beautiful. And there we go, guys. A custom Space Engineers Xbox One X. See, we've got all this. We've got this. I can see. Let's see. Hold on. See if we can get some better lighting as well. The top camera is a bit. Check that out. It's beautiful, guys. It really is. So if I just get this casing out the way, you can see the final product here.
Joel, so what is the plan with this Xbox and with the controller?
Well, we are still debating, but I think, Marek, what would you say if we gave this away to one very lucky member of the community? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. So I didn't realise. I didn't know why the camera up top is so dark, but there we go. There we go. What would you get? Would you guys want one of this? You guys don't want this, do you? What do you reckon? Actually, I quite like it. How about that, Marek? Do you mind if I keep it? It's actually pretty sweet here.
I think you don't want to give it away, right?
No. Actually, it's. I mean, because of home office. I mean, it's at my house now, so it could very easily stay here, and you know, it's quite a. I mean, let's see if I can. I want that. I mean, I saw some people saying that they want to buy this. I say, this is a one-off special. This isn't like a mass-produced something here. It's a one-off, but it's yeah. We can give it a shout out as well. This is made by Extreme Consoles, and they're based in the UK. So, and we'll definitely, if you can't see it so well now, all the colours, as we just got it, I'll be taking some nice pictures, and we can post it tomorrow, so you can get a better look at what it looks like, because it is looking a bit. The top camera here is a bit kind of a bit bland. It's a lot more saturated in real life. So there we go, guys. That was a little surprise for you all. And man, it's beautiful here. If I can get in this one as well, minus the green screen. So you can kind of got this red ship vibe going on. I want to drop it now. It's a one of a kind, very special. Even the bottom's got like kind of this gradient kind of pattern going on as well. It's very interesting. It'll actually tell you what, it will look great. You guys can't sit like that, but it'll look great mounted vertically as well, actually, as well as horizontally. So there we go, guys. So yeah, we'll be posting on our socials. I mean, obviously more pictures, and yeah, about the giveaway. Stay tuned. Keep an eye. Definitely follow us on Twitter and Facebook and all that. Keep an eye out, and we'll be on Instagram, and we'll be announcing more details soon. TM. It's very cool. And Mary, you can't see it here, but there's actually some like even in it, they've got some kind of how to describe it, like blemishes. So it isn't just like, it's not just the visual. The texture in some parts is also slightly slightly tactile almost. So it really does look very. You
mean like some parallax mapping or tessellation or
yes,
those
exactly. Wow, that control is beautiful actually as well. Oh, I like this. So there we go, guys. Keep an eye out. And now we're going to move back on to the blog post and answering your questions later on as well. So hope you enjoy. Hope you like the look of this. I definitely do. Mara's going to have to come around and send the squad around to kind of pry it out of my hands. So I'll just leave this over here. There we go. I should put it off to the side here, and then we can show it on later as well, maybe. If I put it there. There we go. Right then, I'm just gonna. But that's why I say I was gonna unbox it beforehand, but when I was opening the box, I saw that it kind of came in some fancy carrying case, so I thought it'd be more exciting to do a full-on, opening that way. Okay. Got to keep it safe now. Right. That's that. So I'm going to get the blog post up, and we'll just start going through all the points, guys. Oh, my camera. And if you have more questions, again, we'll have at the very end of the stream with Kianata, we'll be going through literally all the questions that you have in chat. So we'll get to that as well a little bit later on here. Sorry. Make sure we got. Oh, there we go. Is that better? That's better. Okay. Right. There we go. And I'll be and I'll tell you what I'll do. While we go through the blog post, I'll also start playing the game a little bit here. There we go. Let's do that. All right, guys. My keyboard back. And we're good to carry on. So I'm going to refresh my book as well. And Marek, would you just like to? Do you want to start going through the first points, or should I kind of introduce it, or how would you like to do it?
Yeah, I can start.
Okay, great. There we go.
So first, let me start with thanking to everybody who was supporting the game during the beta, during the public tests, who gave us feedback and suggestions and bug reports, bug testing, and all these things. So thanks, really, everybody, and also thanks to Mod.io people who, like Mod.io is the service that is hosting the workshop for space engineers on Xbox. So also thanks to the guys from Mod.io, and we'll get back to that later. And again, thanks again also to the Space Engineers community and everybody who gave us feedback. So regarding this Xbox release of Space Engineers, that's just released now. There are two versions, the Basic and the Ultimate Edition. And how did the pre-orders go? So I think quite well. There is more than 50,000 players already who bought the game during the pre-orders. The game also received quite good reviews during that time, and also we received a lot of feedback on what to improve, and I will get to that later. So what's inside in this Xbox version? More or less, it's quite similar to the version that is on PC, but there are some differences due to like technical differences between PC and Xbox. So there are some limits in multiplayer. There are no dedicated servers now, no dedicated servers for Xbox. Then there are some graphical settings changes. There is no experimental mode, and that's mainly that. And now to the workshop. So as I mentioned, the workshop is supported by Mod.io, and there is a nice integration inside the game. So just from the game, you can download the worlds or the blueprints and use them. And it's, I think, very intuitive, very very good. And Chendo, who is the lead programmer on Xbox, he will talk more about these things after me. Then what is the future of Space Engineers on Xbox? And Joel, I think this is the most important topic that
yes,
people
definitely. We need you guys. We'll need you guys to help us spreading the news of this the next topic, because it's definitely very important. And we hear you guys. We hear the feedback that you've left us. So sorry, Mark, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah. So I think the public tests went well. The game improved during the time a lot, and but we also learned that people would like to have like PCU limits, that are much higher, more players in multiplayer, and also dedicated servers. So these are the things where we will be focusing now, and already part of the team is already working on this. But it will take a couple of weeks until we finish it, we test it, and it gets through certification. But we are definitely working on this, and we are planning to support Xbox version of Space Engineers, just like we have been supporting the PC version for the past 6 years. So every major release that will come to PC will also come to Xbox. And we are already working on this mentioned, let's call it hotfix or minor update for Xbox. It should come sometime in May or in middle of the May. It should include the new planets or like updated planets that we have, with the Frostbite update. Also, there should be some kind of experimental mode allowing higher PCU limits and higher player counts in lobby multiplayer. Some bug fixes, improved stability, and the Frostbite. Like what you got with Frostbite should be there. So I think this is something that you can expect sometime in May or in the middle of May, or something like this. It's very important, and the team is really working on this. And again, it's only thanks to the feedback that people gave us. That people were shouting and letting us know, that PCU limits and dedicated servers and all these things are important for them. So we reviewed, this feedback, and now we are focusing on this. So our goal is really just like we work quite hard on the physics stability for PC version of Space Engineers and multiplayer stability to get it to the current state. We plan the same with Xbox. And then there are some further plans. So we would like to also do dedicated servers for Xbox and like increase the PCU limit and incorporate some of the like most favorite mods or scripts, like script mods from PC version to the vanilla version of the game. Like we cannot
for the programmable block, this is right.
Yeah, like we cannot open all the scripts that are on the workshop because again there is like different like Microsoft Xbox treats like allowing non-official code differently than Microsoft Xbox treats allowing like third-party scripts in your game differently than Steam does it. It's more kind of like more official, like there is more checks and balances and so on. So basically what we need to do is that we will pick and also together with the community like most favorite, most used scripts. We will review them, make sure that they are really safe, and then we will include them in the vanilla game so everybody can enjoy them. So this is also something that will come in the next stage.
It's a big deal actually, because those are the three things that we hear you guys most about. It is those PCU limits, more players / dedicated servers, and the being able to have some kind of scripts in the game. So yeah, we're looking into solutions for all of those things.
Yeah, and by the way, many people in the chat are talking about PlayStation 4 version, and I cannot comment on this, or I cannot promise anything, or anything like this. But I would just say that I would not rule out PlayStation version of Space Engineers. I think it's too soon right now to talk about this, but I would not rule it out completely. And Joe, so probably I should continue with the block, right?
Yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, again, it's just, I think that's this whole stream, we're going to be hammering home those points. Just the fact that, yes, basically, yeah, dedicated servers, PC limit removal, some kind of experimental mode, all stuff that we're looking into. And again, I think what we've got here, yeah, in mid-May, there should be some, in mid-May, there should be this kind of hotfix that will allow basically an experimental mode for the Xbox version. Yeah, and that will have that higher player count and PC limits. So soon you'll be able to pace as many ships as your what's the word that your Xbox can handle or something. So
yeah. So I think that's all from the from the blog post. And again, thanks to the community, thanks to Mod.io people, also thanks to everybody in our team who work on this or who work on the PC version that enabled, getting on Xbox. And I think it has been a ride. There were moments during the last few years where we were not sure that we'll be able to get Space Engineers on Xbox because there were huge technical limits that would not allow it. But luckily, about a year or 2 years ago, things changed and it was much easier. So again, it was a ride. Finally, it's there, and yeah, many new things are coming and in front of us.
I think as well, Marek, I was thinking it was one was about it coming, and the other one was about in which form. There was this debate whether planets were going to be possible, and I think for some time we were kind of skeptical that was going to be a thing. But the guys did some phenomenal work, and they found a way to have the planets there. So I'm super pleased because obviously that gives a whole new play area with the the ability to make rovers and all that stuff. So it worked out really well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was a thing in there about the blog post because there might be some PC players watching today, and just a reminder there that there's lots of things that have gone into the Xbox which will benefit the PC version as well, including those optimizations and even the workshop browser, right? So this browser that you see here, this is using the Mod.io, so this is all stuff pasted on Mod.io's platform, but it's the same on the PC. There's now an in-game browser to browse through ships, and you can search. You can search whatever you like, be it a favorite ship from a TV show or series. So this is all stuff that we made kind of for the Xbox, but again is good for PC players as well there. So that's another kind of point connected with that. We could do the we could do those answering questions, those kind of questions at the bottom, Marek, and just to kind of reiterate that. So I'll kind of ask you them. So lots of questions are like, will I be able to play Frostbite DLC on Xbox? You've seen that a lot, of course.
Yeah. That one will come soon, like very soon.
And
right now the priority is really to improve some of the things related to stability and bugs and optimization, and being able to add dedicated servers, being able to lift up PCU limits, those kind of things that basically also from the support side. And Kenata, I think he will be also posting the support side link, and so people are letting us know, what are the most important things we should improve in the Xbox version, and so we will be looking mainly on those things.
And what the ones we got there? We've kind of just gone over the scripts one, but the other one was, will there be an Xbox beta program available, like going forward? That is. So I'm not sure.
Yeah. Like definitely, we'll be using the Xbox Insider Hub, and people will be able to get the latest beta. And again, Chendo, who will come after me, he will be able to tell more. And I think that the hotfix that will come in May should be already in this beta quite soon. But he will know more.
He'll tell. Yeah, I think he'll give some more insight on that one.
Yeah.
And I think one other thing I can add as well is please get sharing, guys. You know, we've been for years now sharing creations in the PC build, so we would love to see stuff that you. Of course, you can move things from PC to Xbox and Xbox to PC, but it'd be really cool to see some builds and worlds that have been created on the Xbox actually. So please do, if you've made some cool shit or base, please do tag us on social media, and yeah, share those creations so we can get them reposted. One other point, if you're new to the community, please do join our Discord server, because I know there's always sometimes people looking for friends to play with, or they're maybe looking for some in-game help. So if you guys haven't joined the Keen Software House Discord server, please do. And yeah, share it with your friends as well. And there's lots and lots of experienced PC players on there, but also at this point, experienced Xbox players who can definitely help you if you have some questions about the game. It's been actually, again, amazing to see what other players have been doing for each other in terms of helping out and stuff. So I think that's one of the best resources as well if you're looking for team up or sharing ideas or all that kind of stuff. And we've actually done it in a way now where when you first join the server, you'll be greeted with the option PC or Xbox or both. And then once you select that option, you'll be given access to the appropriate, you know, section of that Discord chat server. So yeah. Yes, Elfie Wolf. We've got some of our, and I can see some of our moderators in the chat who I'm sure will be keeping an eye on you also, and looking to help out as well in that Discord channel. Let's see then. I'm going to go ahead. I've just been doing something simple here in the background, trying to multitask here. Even I'm learning some controls still. So one of the little things I learned was how to zoom out in when you're in a ship, and that's when you do LB and RB, and then you use the left stick to zoom in and out, and then you can use the right stick to look around. So that's also something quite useful when piloting ships in third person.
Joel, so how about if we let Chendo?
Yeah, let's do it. That sounds like a great plan, Marek. Okay, I don't see them waiting, but I will message them now and make sure they're there. But so yeah, I'll check on that. But thank you so much for joining us, Marek, and we'll see you very soon, I'm sure, for the next Keen stream, whatever that might be about, either Xbox or PC. We'll have to see, but not too long now, I'm sure.
Thank you, Joel, and thanks everybody, and bye-bye.
All right. So that's our first guest. We're now going to get the kind of lead on the Xbox version. Let's see here. And they've been working very hard to get this working over the last year or so here. Let's see. So I've just sent them the link. They should be there. I see our next guest, but not our next guest. Ah, there they are. Hello, I see you. 1 second.
Hey, Joe.
Guys, welcome Chenda to the stream. One of our senior programmers at Keen Software House and the lead on the Xbox port of Space Engineers. So it's good to have you with us, Chenda.
Hey, guys.
You must be feeling very kind of, not say relieved, but very proud of this moment of your team to have this Xbox version finally out there for everyone to get their hands on.
Yeah, but also very nervous because there is lots of stuff to do yet. So we are hard on actually we are already working on lots of new stuff.
Yeah, we've actually
updates.
covered that already with Marek, but again, for sure, if you can touch more on some of the issues that the team's aware of right now, and that you can probably go over it again yourself and maybe give some more details maybe on those points.
Okay, cool. We can do it. So regarding some future, like short-term and long-term changes that we are planning, we updated our support site so you can see all the details there. But essentially, in short term, we want to stabilize the game. We are aware of the issues, both crashes and also some issues with, I don't know, block coloring or falling through the planet, etc. So those are things that we want to address in actually hotfix as soon as possible, which may be next week, hopefully. And in minor update in half of May, which would contain even some more. The May update will contain also Frostbite DLC. It will also contain all the PC planets, so Alien, help me out.
Alien, Europa, Titan, and the Triton from
yes.
Frostbite. So you have the exact same planets very soon as the PC version has. So again, narrowing that gap between the differences between PC and Xbox there.
Yeah. And exactly this is our goal, to essentially have the comparative version on the Xbox as on PC, which in some cases is not possible because the hardware is essentially not capable of doing it, but we will try hard to kind of get there as much as it's possible. So that's the May update. And for the and also you already mentioned, and Marek, some more players and PCU limits, but not completely open. We cannot actually completely open PCU limits because we would just run out of memory on Xbox. There is so limited memory that we cannot just let you do your things until it crashes.
I think that's one of the differences between PC, right? Because of course PC, because of the amount of RAM there is, it's a lot longer before the game would crash in terms of running out of memory. But yeah, that is one point there.
Yeah, well, one thing is PC memory, but the other thing is virtual memory that Windows has on PC. Because essentially whatever won't fit into the memory, it will get swapped on the disk, and this disk is like very big. But that's not happening on Xbox. So when we run out of memory, it just crashes. So that's kind of like sad thing there. But we will try hard to at least increase it, and let's see how it goes.
That's a big one, I think.
I was
going to say, I think probably the PCU in question is the biggest kind of topic the Xbox community has been discussing so far. So that's great to have an update on that. Yeah,
both PCUs and number of players are the number one topics. So we are looking into this. So this will be more like hotfix, but in the long term we are looking into more optimizations, and so even having more players really optimized, so not just in some experimental mode.
Yeah.
And also we are looking into dedicated servers. So that's I think will be a big thing. We were always wanting to have dedicated servers on Xbox. We already talked with the providers, so we are kind of on the way, but we wanted first to make sure that the client is as good as possible, and so like fixing all the stability and making the game running as smooth as possible was the top priority. So now, once we will have it like done, especially with the May update, we can focus on the dedicated server afterwards.
And I think that'd be a good way actually as well, is using the using the experimental mode to kind of give early access to the higher player count, and then obviously so you guys can start playing with 4-8 players, maybe double that what you can now on the on the original and the X respectively. But then of course as we optimize that, making that actually part of the that sounds like a great kind of progression there. I think. Giving some people who are desperate to get their hands on it right away, and then before making it kind of more official. Great.
Yeah, just to be specific, for now we are planning to have like 4 on old Xbox or original Xbox, and 6 on the Xbox One X in experimental mode, and to have 100,000 PCUs in multiplayer and 200,000 PCUs in single player. But that's something we will have to test yet. So we will put it into the beta. Hopefully, guys, you will help us with testing it, and then we will see how it will actually perform. So that's our short-term plan.
Fantastic.
And of course, that's not all. Like, we will be improving the game itself. We have like tons of feedback regarding like recently used blocks and the controls. We want to include shared inertia tensor and the unsafe values for rotors and pistons. I think that will be also very nice. What is there? GPS coloring, trash removal stuff,
and just regarding
and some more like. Yeah.
No, I was going to say we're not forgetting the S. The S, we just mean the S is at the same level as the S as the original though when it comes to processing power. So yes, the original and the S would be 4 players in experimental. So yeah, sorry if we didn't intentionally miss it out there, boss. So Karen, I was just pointing out because I didn't say S. We just said original and X, but yeah, S isn't in the same category as the original. So
yes, exactly. And there will be also some languages going your way, hopefully in the May update.
Because we obviously have heard lots of feedback about having more localization, right, guys? So that's also something that we hear about, and are looking into the kind of like the most what's the word? We've kind of got some numbers on that, so we'll be stay tuned for that one, guys, as well. To the back, right? Okay.
Yeah. I cannot be specific because although we already have the translations done, we have to still like test them in the game. So, and it takes some time. So, it's always like balancing our QA between all the tasks that are necessary. So, stay tuned. But it will definitely get there. All right. So that's, I think, all that we have planned for foreseeable future.
Okay.
It may change. Everything may change, but this is something that we strive for.
Yeah, I mean, I think those things that you pointed out are clearly, when we're looking at what are Xbox players asking for right now, it's very much clearly those PCU counts and player counts and dedicated servers. So I think it's great that we are actually addressing that. I think one thing, guys, is and again, stability as well, because we are aware there are some issues. There actually are a couple of issues that actually they're kind of together with PC. So, for example, I know this planet falling through the planet issue is on PC also. So, when hopefully when that goes live for Xbox, it will be give or take the same for PC as well, because I think it's I'm not sure. Do you know, Chen, if that's are the piece one on PC and one on Xbox the same, or is it hard to say?
Yeah, the issue with character falling through the ground is the same issue for PC and Xbox, and we are planning a hotfix for both platforms. Fantastic.
And that'll be also a lot of good news for the PC community who are also hanging in the chat today. So.
So, what I would like to touch a little bit on is beta. There were lots of questions regarding beta, so I want to just clarify some things. What we are now in process with Microsoft with changing a little bit how the beta will work. So what we would like to have is essentially anybody who will buy the game, like Space Engineers, will have access to beta. And he doesn't have to go to Insider Hub. He will just be able to download it from the store. So just streamline this experience, and like having essentially been able to have both versions on your Xbox, playing both versions, using the mod.io to kind of get the stuff between those versions would help us a lot. We will be like updating more often the beta, of course. The beta will get updates like a few times a week.
Yeah, because we can put more risks on that, can't we? It can be more like
yes.
We can afford to take a bit more risk on that one.
Yeah, and everybody has to, of course, understand that bugs can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, fixes and stability things and features will get to the beta like quickly.
Yeah, so if you're hungry to get the hands on that stuff early, the beta will definitely be a lot of fun, as long as you're willing to kind of maybe sacrifice some of the stability there.
Yeah. So the important thing for this to work is having DLCs in beta. In pre-order, like private beta access, we didn't allow the DLCs, or it wasn't even possible. But that's another thing that we want to like enable. So that's hopefully with the next beta that we'll release, the DLCs will already start working there.
Yeah.
So that's what we are working on.
People can have, Sorry, Jenna, I just...
I
just destroyed I just rolled my rover down the hill and, died.
Ah, that's sad. I don't see the stream now.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I'm on the Zooms and on my mobile, so cannot see both things.
No, I'm in this huge rover, actually maybe one of our level designers, Joachim, and I went a little bit too steep around a crater and I've rolled down, so it's all good. It's typical, so it's okay with me.
Yeah, but you haven't fallen through the ground, right?
I've heard reports of that falling through the ground happening in single player, but it's much more common in multiplayer. I think also chat will back me up there as well, but yeah, nothing yet.
Yeah.
We can actually join a multiplayer server in a second and see how people are getting on. I've already lost those seats.
Okay. So another thing regarding beta, there is already 194.2 version. So, or maybe it's not there yet, but it will be there today.
Okay.
Sometime like in like 8 hours or something. It's in the process of certification, and it will already contain the contents of the Frostbite update. But
Fantastic.
Of course, the DLC stuff will be locked.
Yes.
So
I see what you mean.
You won't be able to access the DLC stuff, but it's already like prepared for the next May update.
I have no idea.
So that's it. The other things will go live for beta, I think early next week. So the availability of DLCs, other fixes, etc. will get there early next week. Hopefully also the experimental mode and the PCUs and more players.
Great, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys won't have to wait long to get your hands on that stuff, which is good. So I'm just trying to get my HUD back up. Yes.
Okay, Joe. As I don't see the
stream,
Twitch and the comments. So can you pick some questions if there are some?
Okay. Yeah. Do you guys have any technical questions for Chenda while we have them here? I'll be looking at chat now. There was some things in there, but let me have a look specifically for you, Chenda. I see some. Thanks. That's amazing. You're already making all these changes. Love. Thanks for great work. So definitely some people are happy to hear that news, Chenda, about those improvements coming.
Thanks, guys.
I don't understand why I've lost my... Where's my HUD gone? Apparently I've forgotten the keybind already. Let's see. Whoa. Okay, so any ideas on this? Oh, Series X. There's a couple of 3 or 4 questions regarding the Series X, and I think we answered that like on the last stream. That pretty much that Microsoft have kind of said that pretty much all games on Xbox One and Xbox, even 360, will work on Xbox One X. But of course, we can't like fully confirm the compatibility right now. I mean, one of the questions I think Turn says was about improvements for Series X. And I guess that would be, Chenda, because as you know, like the Series X is 4 times at least more powerful than the One X. So I guess that would be a question of whether or not, when the Series X comes out, could we, provide not an optimized version, but like a enhanced version for the Series X that might again support even more players or something like that. What do you reckon? Or too early to say, probably, right?
Yeah. Like essentially, we already have Scarlet dev kit, so we already tested Space Engineers there. It works.
Oh.
And it works fast. So yeah, I think
there you go, guys. Some leaks. That's cool. Okay.
So and of course, as Microsoft.
Wasn't Scarlet the last one?
I think Scarlet is. It's a code name for the Series X.
I was wondering if the Scarlet was a. I think I've lost track of time. For some reason, I thought the Scarlet was a code name for the One X, but I think you are right.
It was Durango, Scorpio, and something else. The last ones.
You lose track of the name. The name.
Yeah. Never mind. So we are of course looking into the ways how to enhance the game on the Scarlet, but. We will see.
Yes.
We cannot really promise now. It's too early.
That hopefully answers. Hopefully your answer gives you guys some hope there for the Series X if you are looking forward to that coming out.
Yeah, but definitely whoever owns the game already on Xbox One and any Xbox One is doesn't have to buy it again, right? On the Series X.
It'll be like an emulator or something. Yeah, I think something like that. You're right.
So that's good to hear for you.
Let's see if there's any more
for us.
So there's some more questions here as well. About someone was asking about the inertia sharing, and you think you already mentioned that was going to be a maybe, right? Or you were looking at I forgot what your answer about the inertia tensor sharing. You said it, but you mentioned it,
yes. Right? Yeah, we plan it.
Fantastic. There you go. Then that was okay. Let's see that one there. More questions. Can you make it so we can buy DLC separately? You will be able to, or you can, I think, right, Chenda? Even now.
Well, actually, just to make things clear, the official release is in 2 minutes at 8 o'clock our time.
Yes! I forgot about that.
You will be able to buy. Yeah, you should be able to buy them in 2 minutes.
It just suddenly occurred to me because we start this an hour. So the actual, obviously it's kind of out now if you just buy it, but like the official release of Xbox is happening in 2 minutes. You are right. So we could do a little countdown again, Chenda, for that. I just it didn't occur to me because everyone's already playing it, aren't they? A lot of the people who are super keen are already kind of jumping in. So I forgot about that. All right.
It's kind of just theoretical release because of this early access, so it's just strange. But in 2 minutes, nobody will be able to get the skins, the free skins.
Or 30 seconds. Yes, it's 30 seconds left to pre-order to get those pre-order skins. If you're quick enough, you might. I would show them off, but I'm not sure my account has them. Actually, I'm not sure. All right then, let's see. Adding them to the build planner. So I'm trying to make this to a flying. You can't see Chenda, but I'm trying to convert a rover into a flying ship here. So let's do this. You ready? We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
It's already
2,
done.
1.
Joel, you are late.
No, now I've got my clock here. I'm looking at my Windows clock. Your phone must be
you
out.
have wrong.
No, it's,
you have
it's the
wrong
window.
clock.
So now it's officially out, fully out. No more like kind of out. It's no more questions asked now.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And just let me double check that
It actually has gone out.
that the DLCs are working.
Great. So everyone can now, if you would like to buy only certain one of the DLCs or whatever, you can now do that. So that's
Yeah,
good.
DLCs are available. I can confirm that.
Small thrust as it is, then I guess.
All right. Any other questions, Joel?
There's plenty of questions here. Sorry, I'm multitasking here. Let's have a look.
Shoot.
And there was like how soon official servers could be. I mean, that again, I guess is talking about dedicated. And do we have a? I don't know if we have a soon. Oh, oops. If we have like a we don't really have an exact date for that kind of thing yet, unfortunately. All I know is that in terms of having more player count will be within the next month. So the question
like dedicated servers, it's still there's lots of question marks regarding the technical issue, like things that can happen. So we cannot really even estimate it. So it would be just very wild guess.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
But we will definitely update the community throughout the process.
Mm-hmm.
We will know early enough.
Okay, so more here. Yeah, there's another question about Series X. We've already addressed that, William. Series X will be, again, not 100% confirmation about the Series X, but it's looking hopeful to have space engineers there as well, because it does seem that Microsoft will just support it. And from our testing, it is, so.
I think Series X will be for sure.
Okay.
The
great.
question mark is what enhancements will be there, or if any.
Right. Will it just be a kind of an emulation of the Xbox One version, or will it be like an Xbox Series X enhanced with higher graphics or something like this? Right. So that is a question still, I think.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, there's some repeat questions now, again regarding dedicated servers and so on. Yes.
I can also reveal one thing regarding dedicated servers.
Okay.
We want to partner with one of the server providers. I cannot name now.
Okay.
But it should be very easy to spawn the server from your console, and so you don't have to fiddle with something or install it on your PC.
It'll be like a
that.
simple setup for people. That makes sense. Yeah, that's good.
There will be a way how to easily spawn the server, and so that's what we want to do.
That's a good answer. That helps. Turns asks any thoughts adding tooltip text over the controller button's HUD? So tooltip over the controller button's HUD. So you're saying around the screen here, like here it would be. Oh, we have that somewhat. Turns actually, there is some hints. I can try and show you, but I think you mean maybe say for the jetpack and lights and so on, rather than just being lights, you can actually kind of see that it's RB right on the D-pad, right? You're talking about having more tooltips for the controller, right? And that leads us to another point, guys. Just again, for general feedback, please do visit our support site and create a ticket and vote up just like PC players use, because that really enables us to see exactly what's the highest requested features that people want, right? So definitely use that platform. Okay, got your turns. Yeah. That would help. I mean, while we're at controls, I realized that there has been some difficulties regarding the controls or learning them. So let me just get out here. Of course, the best resource for any questions about the controls is pressing the menu button and then pressing Y to show the help. And in here we have all the some videos there. But the quickest way is to go down to either the basic gamepad controls where you can see character, jetpack and ship, or the advanced gamepad where pretty much every combination in the game is listed, regarding different systems, inventory systems, color systems, voxel, symmetry. So again, if you can almost certainly find the answer there. And if you still are struggling, or maybe you feel like something's not working, the Discord, our Discord server is also great because we already have some very experienced Xbox players in there who might know what's up, if you see what I mean. So that's kind of a heads up for everyone who's kind of needing help with controls. So we've got Shiny Moo Tank. I says, I've already created 9 tickets in the last month for Xbox. Busy engineer. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
That's really good. Honestly, you can't create enough tickets for us to kind of, we want to hear all the feedback, ideas, suggestions, issues that you guys have. So, well, we can do that. I'll tell you what I can do, Shuttle. I can join a server in a minute, maybe, and see what's up, see what people are up to. You're saying we should have a race on the stream, but
I will just add to the support side. If you are like posting some issue or bug or some problem that you have, it's best if you will like upload the world to the mod.io and put there the link. Like it will make our lives much more easier if we have like really specific steps to reproduce the issue. If you will just write that, I don't know, something is not working for you, it's very hard like to reproduce it because it's usually not broken like everywhere every time, but in just some specific moment. So it will help us a lot if you will just like either supply just steps how to do it in vanilla game, like new game until the like point where it happens, or just supplying the world where we load it and we see the issue. This will streamline our process very much.
That's important. I think probably once you've left a couple of reports, getting into the habit of doing it that way will really increase the likelihood of those issues getting addressed quicker, and also it's definitely a really good tip if you're going to start leaving reports like that. So of course, like there can be reports where they'll say an issue and without any more information, and it's really hard to figure out. So again, the more information you can provide to us, the more likely we are to reproduce that and fix it ourselves. So give me power now.
Yeah, and also if some issue is happening, like crash or something strange is happening, you can submit a report using the in-game help. There is a report an issue, and we will get the issue to our like log tracking system, and we will see much more using this because it will send along also the logs, what was happening, what was the crash about, etc. So we will see much more. Joel, can you show the report an issue, how it's done in the help screen?
Hold on a second. I've got my ship here flying now, which is good. I just need to add some gyroscopes. But yes, let me go. So what? Yeah. So sorry, from the start, a bit slow there. You press the menu button, and then you press Y to show the help. The same issue, and then you go down to the very bottom. You come to this, which is fill in the text box below to report the problem you might be having. Your game logs will be sent to us along with a message. So yeah, you can say something like, my ship is endlessly spinning or something like that, and then once you've left that message, it will send that, and it gives us some context when looking at that log to see what the issue is. So that's definitely a really useful thing there, guys, which you can
yes,
probably more than just help, but there we go.
Like this reported problem is the best for some crashing issues.
So this is the email box.
But the support side is better for like general issues along with the world that is on mod.io.
Exactly. For sure. There we go. So start showing off. When is the beta version out? Like, I guess when is the next beta version out? I think that's probably asking Chenda. You said
well, next version should be already out, or in few hours, in 8 hours, let's say.
Okay.
Which will contain already some new stuff and preparations for the Frostbite update, and more will be coming next week.
Great.
Like
Fantastic.
The experimental mode and DLCs available in the beta, etc.
All right. I'm on the move now. It took me some seconds here to figure out, because I wasn't sure what this ship had. Didn't have gyroscopes, but now we've got a flying rover. Okay, so any more questions here for our technical guy Chanda? Let's have a little look. In my bug reports, I always do a video on how to reproduce the bug. I mean, that's also great, right, Chenda? Having a video showing steps. That can even be even more useful, because again, our guys can just follow along there. And it also get
definitely Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I was just going to say it all helps. I was just say it also helps as well if you maybe if you're kind of the language barrier, because obviously the video can often show an issue, so that can also help if you struggle with maybe trying to explain exactly what's happening in English, for example.
Yeah, but definitely also adding the route from Modio, like the link, will like complement this. So both video and Modio link.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So anything else, Joel?
There was a question about scripts. I mean, we'll do more questions at the end of the stream, guys. We'll probably just hang on with Kianata, our community manager, and get through all of the questions, because some of these are definitely obviously repeating here. But again, quickly regarding the scripts, is that we can't have people making scripts on Xbox, but we're looking at the idea of choosing some of the most popular from PC, from the community, and having them as like Keen approved scripts that are obviously implemented into the game. They're still like, will be, you know, kind of the community scripts, but it will at least be like implemented by us, you see what I mean? So there'll be some of the best ones for people to use, but we'll have more details on that in the future. So no, not right now. Silverbane's asking again more about that. We haven't, that is not our focus right now. We haven't really got onto the, I think, looking at all the scripting idea. It's mainly again about this PCU count and player count. We know the scripts are there, so we haven't got any details of how we're going to like go about doing that and which ones yet. So it's a bit early for that, I think.
Yes, definitely. And we also want to like look into other ways. Like for example, maybe if the dedicated servers will be implemented, they can actually run the scripts.
Ah, okay. So, because that wouldn't be on the. That's interesting. That would be there are still like ways how to make it possible. We will have to just look into that. Okay, I think I think the questions now we can probably get to with Erin later. I think there's not so. I'm not seeing any more particular. Oh, oops. Particular technical questions now, Chandra, I guess.
Okay, cool. So
I'm just looking. Yeah, no, I'll ask Kianata or Gwendolmere. Have I missed any really big questions for kind of the technical side from Chenda's point of view? Yeah, lots of script questions now, but so we've got ideas, but not.
It's guys, it's too early.
It is.
We will definitely reach out to you and do some, I don't know, find out which scripts are the best for you, etc. So we will talk to community at some moment, but not now. Now it's too early.
Fantastic. That's awesome then. In that case, we will get Artist on up next, and we'd like to thank Chenda, who's been in charge of the Xbox port here, and it's been great having you on, Chenda, and I'm sure you're going to be keeping an eye on all the feedback, bugs report, and all that good stuff And yeah, the work is not over for Xbox, and we'll be definitely supporting it in the coming months here. So
Yes, thank you, Joe. Have a nice stream, guys, and welcome, Natik.
all right, awesome.
Bye.
Bye, Gender. All right, guys. Siege. Natik was waiting. Let's see if did they get too late for them? Maybe let's have a look. There they are. Hello, Natik. Can you hear me?
Hello. Hello, Joel.
There
How
you
are
are.
you?
I'm doing very well, thank you, good sir. Pleasure to have you. So, guys, welcome. Natik Agayev, who is our lead artist at Keen Software House, and he's here to just talk a bit about some art stuff. He makes some fantastic things, this Natik. Let me just see if I got this correct.
Yep.
There we go. Right, good.
So, by the way, the only thing I can see now is your beautiful picture, Joel. I cannot hear. I cannot see your.
You won't be able to see me. You'll have to watch the stream because my webcam's being used on the stream. It won't come up on Zoom.
Okay.
So, if you go to like Twitch or any of the links, you should be able to see me there. It's kind of weird, I know, but.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So, what would you like to how's your team been? What have you been up to recently? That's what I'll ask to start with, I guess. How's everything with the art team of Space Engineers?
Well, we're doing great. We're very excited about our next thing that we're going to do and which we're going to announce soon. TM, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so in general, we're very excited about everything, pretty much everything we're doing in our team. And you know, we're art guys. We're basically just caring only about things to look nice and beautiful. And we really love what we're doing in our cozy, small, like-minded team of like-minded people. Like I'm repeating it all the time. We're like-minded, you know. We're all like a big team, you know, really.
I can tell the guys what, you know, the stuff they're working on. I mean, I don't know how these guys keep like stepping up the levels, but they always find a way to step it up, and I'm unbelievably hyped for some of the stuff they've got in the pipeline.
Yes, yeah, we have some really cool stuff right now, and
of course this is for PC and Xbox. I should add.
Yes, yeah. Well, what can I say? We currently working on some cool stuff. I cannot say more. but I'm pretty sure it will be hype. I'm pretty sure like community will go crazy. Hopefully, I really hope so.
I think they will. I think they will. Yeah.
By the way, one thing I wanted to say that recently I discovered a pretty cool thing that you know, as long as I'm an artist and all of us we're artists in our team. I discovered some really cool thing in Space Engineers that probably guys that are watching us now might also consider if they consider to be artists someday, or they're already artists. You know, there is such technique as, for example, if you're using some 3D tool like 3ds Max or Maya or whatever, you can block out some scene. For example, you're a concept artist and you want to block out like really roughly some beautiful scene in Max or in Maya. You can do it easily in Space Engineers, and you don't. And if you already have Space Engineers, you don't have to actually to spend money on buying licenses for Max or Maya, because Space Engineers is actually a beautiful tool to block out really cool looking worlds. That's really something that I discovered myself like some time ago, because you can quickly block out some really cool looking worlds, some nice looking planets, some mountains here and there with some crazy looking ships. You know, you can quickly block out some terrain detail with the voxel hand.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, for using it as like a level designing tool or a concepting tool,
exactly,
it's fantastic.
Exactly. And instead of having some blocks like some rough gray models coming from Max or Maya, you can quickly block out some really nice looking worlds in Space Engineers. So you cannot only play it, but you can also use it as a tool for making beautiful art. That's something that can blow any artist's mind, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I think of what some of the stuff I've seen from you as well. Trying to think how much I can say actually, but yes, there's it'd be kind of cool to see some more of that actually. Like from the communities to see like things that were made using space engineers, but not necessarily for space engineers, you know.
Yes. Yeah. And by the way, I'm really excited about what community, like Xbox community, now that it came to this big family of space engineers. You know, I'm really excited about what people will come up with. Really excited about that.
For sure.
Because every time I come across some beautiful creation in our workshop, like this is fantastic. People really are doing some fantastic job on their spaceship design. Sometimes they do. I already have a library of structures, buildings, platforms, spaceships, cars, all kinds of
made by the
vehicles and
community,
stuff like that.
right? Because of course you use them in your promotional materials,
Yes.
don't you?
Yeah, those are made only by the community. So I really admire those guys, and I'm really looking forward to see what they will do now.
Well, what's interesting with the Xbox version, it was brought up recently to my attention, is that I don't know if maybe now we've got the Xbox community here. Because on PC there are some, you know, there's the category Space Sim and even Survival Builders is a lot larger than it is on Xbox. So, one of the questions is, guys, is there any other game where you can like do the similar, like build spaceships and stuff on Xbox? Like, obviously Minecraft is there, is the kind of the big. Father of you know, the builder game in some ways. So my question is there any other games like Space Engineers on Xbox, like maybe on PC, but I'm talking about Xbox specifically, because I'm not. I say I've been an Xbox player in the past a lot, like the 360 generation before that, but I didn't play so much in the One. This is why I'm not super familiar with what there is out there.
Yeah, that's definitely something to.
Okay. So there is some. There's Astroneer.
No.
There's obviously No Man's Sky. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, going back to that, Atik, it's, you know, as something for Xbox to kind of, you know, use it to create and concept levels and all kinds of stuff. It's definitely a powerful tool.
Yeah, that's something fantastic. That's something fantastic, I can guarantee. So if you have Space Engineers on Xbox or on PC, you can discover something completely new in terms of like if you're an artist or you want to do something artistic, it might be a magnificent tool to come up with some really nice looking worlds really quick. And also it will be interesting to know communities, like what people think about our skins, for example. We've been working on them for quite a lot of time.
You're talking about armor skins,
that would be interesting
right?
to know.
I can show you some of that off in a
armor
second,
skins and also character skins.
I haven't shown off that yet, because I don't know if I have the character skins on my account on Xbox, but.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But really, when we're working on these character skins, it's a very fun process on its own, you know, because when we're starting with some crazy ideas usually, and then they got shortlisted, so we kind of try to exclude the most crazy ones probably in the early stage. I don't know, something like, hey, what if we attach a monkey on a astronaut's head, something like that, you know. So that kind of ideas.
Why is that not
so
here
that
yet?
kind of ideas. But I don't know. Probably it would be better to keep that monkey, you know. Probably some players will love it. You never know. But yeah,
never know.
but still, of course, we're trying to leave some crazy nice features too, because it would be just really boring if it would be just usual boring stuff, right? So we always leave some space for just play a bit, you know, just to go crazy a bit. I think, in my opinion, it's just a good habit to have fun, just to have fun, because we're funny guys, most of us here. So we're trying to enjoy what we're doing, and it seems like the community is also enjoying it, what we're doing, and we're very thankful for that. So specifically, I want to thank our great creative community for contributing a lot, for contributing so much to the overall creative madness, you know, they do. I'm really excited about that, and about what may come even. That's even more cool. So
I just crashed my ship.
That's
You don't know if you're watching the stream,
Yeah.
Teague, but I've crashed it a couple times here. Came in too hot. But I'm gonna actually paint it now with some of the painting stuff here. So let me just remind myself I get to the paint. I did it the other day, and now I've got to run myself here. There we go. So here we go. But I don't have the DLCs yet because either because I didn't restart or because I don't have them yet. So I at least have. Well, I've got the camouflage, the glorious. Oh, and the sun's setting as well. So we can have some camouflage here. Let's have a little look. First, just quickly. Time of
Do you have
day.
veteran skin, by the way, Joel?
Like the character, you mean? I can check, actually. I don't know if I have that. I do love this, though. I love the Xbox UI. Oh, that was what I wanted to say. Because we're obviously as well talking about the Xbox today, as well as kind of future stuff. Was it your team? Did you guys do the UI and stuff for the Xbox version, or was that actually
Yes.
you did? Okay, great. Because I say this is probably one of my favorite things about the Xbox UI is this when you're on the color picker tool. I love like flicking through all the different previews there, and
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
great.
And working on UI was quite a challenge on its own too, I must say, because well, it's a known fact that creating UI for PC and doing UI for consoles and stuff like that, it's quite different.
Well, as a first for at least the company,
approach.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your
So,
glorious
yeah,
camouflage.
Yes. Yeah. Nice. So yeah, actually, that's a very good example of some, crazy ideas going through. That's some fun stuff, really.
See, here's what I can do. Try and change the color of this. Blue. How about blue camouflage? Sounds glorious. Oh yes.
And you
that
also
creative
have this,
freedom.
rust armor.
Yeah. I have the rust as well, so I can get this up. Hold on. Let's go. Yeah, rusty armor. Well remembered there. Let's go load it in. Once it's loaded in, it's fine. There we go.
And by the way, while you are doing some nice stuff there, I will use this opportunity and will call probably guys that are wannabe artists.
Yes, please do.
Any creative guys that want to join our team, you're free to send your application to us. We're always looking for good people, for talented people, for people that can create, that can contribute a lot. So we would be happy to see what you're up to, really.
LBRBR tweet. I just remember LBRB. There we go. Now I've painted the whole thing. I'm getting pretty good at these Xbox controls now. Like, if I compare myself using them, I don't know, like a couple of weeks back, I was pretty slow on them. But I'm actually getting the hang of these controls now. It's good.
Yeah.
And actually, once you get used to, I do find them quite intuitive. Like, there's still some keybind. It's mainly because I haven't done these certain actions before on the controller. But once you know the shortcuts, it gets much easier.
Yeah, of course, you should get used to this, to the controller, to its controls. So it's like your continuation of your body, you know.
Yeah. Xbox Pro now. I am. Thank you, Edward. I say this crash is looking pretty sick actually. Like it's I've got like a wheel like properly wedged in the ground here. This thing isn't going anywhere. Well, I guess it could fly out with the thrusters, I think. So. Do you guys have any questions for artists? There's a question because we've done some questions for some technical people. Do you guys have any questions for our lead artist Natik here?
Keep it coming.
Yeah.
Shoot him.
And that's also a good point, Crazy Lizards. Again, if you guys are new to the game, also important to note that you can just plug in a mouse and keyboards and it will work exactly like the PC version in terms of the controls. So, and vice versa on PC. So that's one of the great things that came about with the Xbox version was that you can quickly switch between PC and keyboard and mouse and Xbox controller, and the switch will switch the HUD seamlessly. So if you do find the Xbox controls hard to be accurate or something like that with, there's always the option to plug in any mouse and keyboards, USB, and it will work just great. And let's get another poll in the chat actually. So let me know in the chats. I'm trying to. It's quite hard to follow. We got Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube here. So let me know in the chats if you'll be using. Wow. Okay, I'll show this one off. Xbox controller. I'll just use that as an opportunity to show off our nice custom Xbox there. Or if you'll be using mouse and keyboards, or both. Because I definitely remember last time we asked this, a lot of people said both. Like some people will be using, mouse and keyboard for like building, and then controller for like moving around and flying and stuff. Which to me does make sense because you can get some really nice like movements with the controller. But I definitely feel like personally I'd be much quicker still with with the keyboard and mouse. So I've been using Xbox. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think they added it, right? Chikonsky, I think they added it. Will I be able to adapt without getting lost or confused? There's lots of, that's a good point, LSU Jake. There's lots of good tutorials out there. They might be for PC. They might be PC tutorials. But once you know the controls, you can still follow those tutorials out there as well. There's a lot of advanced tutorials. I mean, I can definitely shout out Splitsy. Has a great series. There's many, all kinds. Because obviously SE, personally I have like, around 5,000 hours in it, and there's a lot of stuff you can do. So it's hard to kind of cover all the different things you can do in tutorials because there really is lots of combinations. But I know that Splitsy has a lot of really advanced tutorials as well. So yeah, once you've got good kind of familiarity with the controls, then you can actually use PC tutorial videos or anything to actually help you extend that, and you just follow along because you know the control. See what I mean? As Silva says, watch Splitsy on YouTube, you'll be a pro in no time. And again, LSU and everyone else, if another great place right now will be the Keen Software House Discord. There's a whole community of Xbox players already, and it's just been great to see the community of Xbox players in the Discord server who have been helping each other out with either with gameplay or with like multiplayer things. So definitely jump on that and use that resource to kind of collaborate and help and get help in that place as well. So yeah, I was also looking for questions about art. I'm sorry, I put the chat seeing what you guys were using here. I'm trying to see. Don't worry, we'll be answering all questions eventually. We're going to be, after we've got Natik, we're going to be getting our community manager on here as well. So any questions we see in chat, we're going to be getting to. We might have already answered your questions, so if you're just arriving at the stream, please do check Marek's blog post because that contains a lot of information and your answers. Again, for the people who might have joined, PCU, player counts, dedicated servers, all those big topics which we hear you guys about, they've all been kind of mentioned. Some of those things have been kind of regarding PCU and player counts that will be getting increased very soon. Okay, so that's just another heads up if you didn't hear that news. And we are definitely relying somewhat for you guys to spread that. If you've got friends of the Xbox version, that we are hearing you, and we know that the PCU and player count is definitely, yeah. Let's see. Scrolling. looking for here, Unity. I got sidetracked.
Yep.
There's a question, maybe that would question about colorblind mode, but this is mainly like for HUD elements because the GPS and waypoints come up in like certain colors, and they can be quite hard to read on certain backgrounds. So I'm not sure that actually might be a programmer thing still when it comes to the text. It's probably not so much artist stuff, but yeah, it's definitely something that would help. I think.
I cannot comment about it. I think
it would be great to have that. I know I've actually had certain people reach out to me about that. One of my moderators has been talking about that for a long time now. So one nice thing as well is let me just check on Xbox. Yeah, one nice thing I think it doesn't help with the HUD and the UI and stuff, but I know for my moderator was the adding the hex code was actually for like when wanting the kind of once they knew what color was what, they could use the hex code of the color they wanted to show other people, if you see what I mean. So that hex code also I knew definitely was a help. But I know that doesn't help with gameplay, but trying to paint your ships in certain colors, I know that was a small change, which I believe helps some people who have that. Let's see more. No, I'm not seeing any more questions about art, Natik. I think your art is fantastic. So we will be seeing you very soon, I'm sure, again. As we've already teased, there's some really good stuff coming from the art team. And you'll be back on stream in no time at all. So thank you so much, Natik.
It was great to see you all.
It was really good to have you on, man. And and stay safe, and we'll see you very soon.
You too. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Okay. So now we're going to get on our last guest. And again, we're trying to get through all the questions here, guys. I appreciate your patience. I really want to make sure that everyone can come away from the stream, feeling content with that. One thing that I thought about doing tomorrow, I'm just going to check with the team. I thought about doing a stream tomorrow. Like, it could even be 4 hours long, where I just play Space Engineers, and it'll be almost like a live help thing, because obviously there's lots of influx of new players right now, and I'll just be live and playing survival or whatever, and hopefully just helping people who came to the stream. So there's an idea that I've got that I'm going to see about doing, actually. I don't know if that would help you guys. I mean, again, there's lots of information out there, but I thought maybe for the next couple of days it might be useful for people who are joining the game or getting the game to come along to somewhere and see what the game's about, see it being played, and also getting any help with controls. So I thought we could maybe do that. So that's an idea I've got. Now just waiting for Kianata. If you're out there, man, you can join the Zoom and I'll accept you and get you in here as our final guest tonight. And let me see if I can answer. If I just what can I do here? I guess I'll just zoom out and leave you guys looking at my ship for a second. And I'll just try and... I'm not the best at multitasking here, so let me just see if I get this out. And then just turn that off. You guys can look at my... I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go to a new planet. Right. So I'm going to go to Mixer, because that's what I've got. I think I can catch up with that. Let's see. Yeah, so Shiny Mootank uses Xbox controller for everything except for naming stuff in the control panel, which makes sense because you can definitely type quick with your keyboard. So even having a keyboard just for typing text, that makes sense. You want more paintbrush sizes, says Shiny. So you like, there's 3 sizes now, right? You have 1 block, like 3x3 and 5x5, and then the whole grid. But do you mean like even more than that? Alien planets. So all the planets, Alien, Titan, Triton, and Europa will all be coming in the next minor update for Xbox, which will be in around middle of May. So, or maybe just before that. So a month or less, and you'll have all the same planets as on PC. So that is happening. So that's that. Okay. I might just use this as a background here, just while I focus on that. Oh, Kenaz waiting. Fantastic. Here we go. And hello, good sir. Can we hear you?
Hello.
Ah, because you have a green screen. So let me see if I can crop you in here. Good.
Okay.
Let me see if I can.
Crop me in there.
You're doing a good job.
It did something. It's kind of green screen. It's not really set up correctly. Oh, well.
I think your webcam. I think your green screen's not as high as it was last week because the settings were the same. It's all good. I got it. I'm just gonna crop it out here. Can you, if you shuffle to the
shuffle.
If you shuffle to the right that way, I can get the right hand crop perfectly.
Do some shuffling. I can. Okay.
No, other way. That way. That's perfect. That's good. That's good. There we go. See that?
This is teamwork.
Pro streaming right there.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Oh, look at that. We look so pro now.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
It's next level.
Floating head.
Oh, hold on. Your mic. Oh, okay, that's all right. I can. If you move your mic like a tiny, like 2 centimeters away, just push it. There we go. Boom. Done. Awesome. So, guys, welcome Kianata, who is our community manager here at Keen Software House, and he is the one who would have been answering all your questions on social media. Also, our support emails, so support@keensoftwarehouse.com. Also in Discord, on Reddit. So if you ever see a Keen Software House account or Space Engineers, it'll be most likely this fellow right here getting to those. So it's great to have him with us, and yeah, he's here to answer more questions live with me on stream, so we can hopefully, we'll be repeating some for sure, but hopefully making sure you guys go away from the stream feeling more knowledgeable and more at peace, I guess. So what are the big ones you've seen, man?
Do I need to be more yellow or more blue? Let's try. Is that more yellow? That's more yellow.
Let's see
here.
Here we go. I'll make you.
Can you tint me?
I think I already have you. I have you tinted. That's why. Because I was trying to get you to last week. Saturday. I was trying to have you tinted similar to me, so it was almost in the same room, but I couldn't do it. My lighting's quite bright here, so. E&D, welcome, man.
Joel has much better lighting than me.
I don't actually. This setup's not good today, but it's better than better than Saturday.
Split screen is not a thing. Crossplay is not something we're currently working on. The Zbon family, exactly. Hi Ian, how are you doing?
Good to see you, man. So we're going to be trying to whip through these questions, guys, now, and I'm sure we have some moderators in chat who will be helping with that as well. So let's see. So we got the alien planet.
You guys, go ahead.
That's all right.
I was just gonna. We have nice messages. People are being nice to us. We love you too. You guys did an amazing job getting it to run on Xbox. I've gotten Space Engineers 8 times now.
What?
For my family and friends. Yeah, that's amazing.
That is commitment right there.
And he asked a question, so now I need to dig through chat and find that question. Can you ask your question again? That's
yeah, guys. If you asked any questions before, please do put them again in chat now, because we've double the answering capacity now. Because I think my previous guests weren't watching the chat, so I was trying to find them between 3. But we've got a feedback watcher maniac. Well, maniac. What's the word? Like professional. That's what I should say. I mean, like very good at is what I meant. Very good.
Maniac. I'm just crazy about feedback. Actually, I'm a little crazy about feedback. We got an insane amount of feedback during our beta program, so much so, and it was so insanely helpful that we're going to extend the beta program, which they were talking about earlier in stream, so that we can continue to interact with all of you. It was just amazing hearing everybody talk about what's really important to them. So how long have you been working for Keen Software House? 6 months. 6 months. I did a bunch of stuff with them before I technically worked with them. And I've been with the community since the dawn of time. All right. PCU limit increases. This is a major topic. We've been talking about it the whole time. We're looking at ways to bump up PCU limits. And those things are going to end up getting tested in our beta builds before they go anywhere else. Dedicated servers, something we're looking at. Chendo was just talking about that. it's something we're definitely trying to figure out. I brought a present with me. I have something amazing for you.
I'm excited.
Let me see if I can find it now. Now that I said I have it, I better find it. I have a progress list. I know that probably doesn't sound super exciting. This is our support
portal. Is it exciting
portal.
as a custom Xbox? Is it exciting as this?
This is our support portal, and this has a list of all of the items that we are going to be working on as we move development forward.
Fantastic.
Yes, we can do, and it has.
I'll get that link in YouTube as well. I'll multitask, yeah.
It's a whole list of things that are planned. In that, if you're familiar with how our support site works, some things are pending, some things need more information, some things are being investigated. All this stuff is planned, which means all of these things are items that we are going to be working on. So,
yeah, I mean, that's definitely really good to actually, to have that, so people know, because I think definitely it's not just from my personal experience from just being a gamer. I just know that sometimes you get a game and you don't know, you have some issues and you're not sure if they're aware of it. So I definitely think if you guys have issues, the first place to look will be that list to see if the issue you have is already listed, which means we're definitely already aware of it. I think the major ones, the big ones that people are having right now, we are definitely aware of and are going to be fixing it ASAP, especially ones like the planet, falling through the planet bug. Because we know that's obviously, stuff like that is very... There's always this thing, there's some things which can kind of be, worked around, but something like that is a lot harder, so we'll be looking at it.
Yeah, I can't really talk about the specifics, but I did receive a progress report specifically on tracking down the falling through planets bug, and we are making progress on it, and we are going to be able to work on a fix for that.
Fantastic.
And Gwyn, thank you for staying up in chat. You're amazing.
Yeah, good job, Gwyn.
On Twitch chat. Gwyn said, quit touching my new Xbox.
I know. I'll show it off again in a bit because some of you guys might have missed it. I can shut it off now even. Hold on. Let's see if this works.
Definitely no direct mods, but we will be doing, or we will be investigating what we can do as far as some of those really classic Clarion scripts. So, can you add? Ooh, sorry.
No, I was going to say, guys, keep the questions coming. By the way, I see YouTube. Weirdly, YouTube chat's suddenly gone. YouTube chat had all the questions. Now YouTube chat has gone very quiet, which is suspicious. Hopefully, we're still good at that level.
It did that earlier at F5'd.
I wonder if it's
YouTube chat picked back up.
Anyone on YouTube chat still? But
no,
please
they're
do.
There.
Because the last message I see was my message. That was all. It was some time ago, and it was maybe everyone's playing Xbox now. I don't know. Let's see.
They all.
Do you still anything?
When we did the pre-release stream, we had literally as soon as the game was available for play, 200 people left chat. It was kind of entertaining. Can you add the ability to switch from new UI and old UI for nostalgia?
I see.
That would definitely be the kind of thing where we want you to jump on the support site, make a topic, and get some votes together.
No, my YouTube definitely died. I just realized. Sorry, guys. I missed all your messages in YouTube for the last 5 minutes. So apologies for that. For some reason, it just stopped working. So yes, keep the questions coming now. I can see them.
Steam Workshop items on... sorry, I'm being attacked by my dog. Steam Workshop items on Xbox is not a thing. We are working very closely with mod.io so that you can share your creations, and you can share... Yeah, let's show off the Xbox again. So you can share your creations in your worlds. Wrong game.
A second, I'm just going to get the settings, the transform settings to your camera. Hold on. And then... There we go.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, so this was the Xbox that we showed off. We unboxed it live on stream earlier. And this is a fantastic thing here. and we teased the fact that keep an eye out on social media, guys, on all their social media. I think Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, because we will be probably kicking off a giveaway for one of you guys out there. I say probably because I'm gonna try. I'm kidding, no, but yeah, hopefully we'll be doing a giveaway for this in the coming weeks. And this is very, very special. Like, this is not a production or anything like that. This is a one-off, custom-made design here. So let me see if I can get the lighting on this camera better, because the lighting on this webcam, even though they're identical, is much better for the colors and stuff. So I'm just gonna go and see if I can edit the effects here. Let's see.
We need to give the Xbox away to one amazing fan before Joel loses
Before I lose it, yeah. You bet, I will be losing it soon.
What about the bug where you can't select the last block you used before switching to another? I'm not familiar with that bug. However, if you could go to our support site and create a ticket for that, that would be incredibly valuable to us. If you're struggling with anything in the game right now, going to the support site, using the support site is a big deal to us. It's the best way for us to communicate with you and the best way for us to learn about what's going on in the game for you. So, and I'll throw up another link for the support site.
Fantastic. So I was saying, this has got like some, as you can see the lighting on it, let's see. It's got some like blemishes in it, but it looks super rustic because of that. Like, it's got some intentional like marks on it, if you see what I mean. The title, it said it's but the idea is, look, that it's been up in space for some time.
Can we get an actual mouse cursor for us mouse and keyboard players? The Microsoft cursor is big and bulky. It's huge. Okay. Haven't even seen the mouse cursor on Xbox. I've been trying to get familiar with the controller. So again, that's one of those awesome items where you want to go to the support site and tell us about what's going on. Upgradable suits, as in better armor, and changing out the suits will in oxygen airtight scenarios. We're back to the support site. I bet you're detecting a trend at this point. If you have random game features, or wish list items, one of the most classic elements of being a Space Engineers community member is having a wish list. So bring your wish list with you, come to the support site and share it with us. And chances are, if you think you've got a brilliant idea that's going to make Space Engineers the most betterest game it could ever be, I bet you it's on the support site. You can just go vote on it. I lost my DLC access due to the thing. Darth Wormy, if you have a direct contact method for me, please just get in touch with me directly and we'll talk about that. That suit request was made years ago. Exactly, Gwen. That's exactly what I'm talking about. What kind of Xbox is your super amazing new pretty Xbox?
Oh, it's a One X. As we go, so next up will be getting a Series X. I think that's what you already. So it really is impressive. I've been too busy looking at the camera, like how it's coming on. I haven't actually looked at it. Like, I haven't taken it in for myself that much yet. I've just been staring at the screen, making sure I've got the angles on it pretty alright.
You can't. I guess we can't do anything other than look at it, though, if we're gonna give
for
it
now,
away. Yeah.
I still got to send Marek an email. I'll be like, it went missing, you know, so missing in transit or something. Yeah.
I'm not sure where it ended up.
It was so lucky though, because it really did arrive like just before the stream. Like we, it came from the UK and I got it like it must have been like an hour and a half, maybe an hour before the stream started. So I was gonna play on it, but then I was like, it's kind of pointless because my Xbox I'm using to play is off screen. So I thought it's better to unbox it. I mean, you know, it will play the same as any other Xbox, but It's just got that, you know, special edition, one of a kind.
What are your plans for the new Xbox Series X? We talked about this in pretty good detail earlier. Basically, Microsoft has said several times that they're going to be supporting older titles, and we're going to take a look at that when we get closer to it. It's just too early to make plans for something like that. Are scripts and spiders going to be enabled? Say that 3 times fast. We are actively working on scripts. I linked a list earlier. I will link it again of items that we are investigating right now, things that we plan on working on. These are all of the most important community topics, like dedicated servers. So scripts are definitely something we're going to be working on. Spiders are not right now anyway. Will the Keen server start with a party? Probably. It's gonna be a lot of work to get that done.
I've got a question for chat. There's one more regarding this. Out of interest, this is a one-off special, but if this was actually like production, who would buy this if this was an actual like Space Engineers edition? Put a little 07 and a little wave 07 in chat. If this was available, you were like, that's mine. I'm curious how many people would pick this up.
We had a few controller questions, and we have another one of the ones that I actually wanted to talk about today. It would be easiest, Joel, you were talking about maybe doing an Xbox stream where you just, do controller
it came to me
like
today. What do you think about that? I need to check with the guys. I don't see why not. I mean, it just depends if there's. It suddenly occurred to me it could be quite useful, So
I'll sit in chat and link things for you. And I'm sure a lot of people would love to get answer my controller questions stream going. I buy the controller if it's Series X. I buy it.
It's a good point about the controller actually. Like maybe because the controller, that'd be interesting. Because obviously if you already have an Xbox One X, it's quite an investment to buy another One X, right? Unless you like sold your old one, they just got a new one. But a controller, you can never have always a controller. And controllers could also be good for PC players, right? Because I know people on PC sometimes use gamepads, so with this it could be good for PC players and Xbox. It's amazing though, I'm not sure how well it's, because this camera is still not even though the camera's identical, I guess the lighting here is better for this one. But the back's kind of this more matte crimson reds. One color, and then the sides are kind of this kind of gradient / kind of worn rustic industrial look. So there's a lot of love has gone into this from the guys from Extreme Consoles. So I mean, I think you can probably I see he would love that one too. Nice. Sorry man, I filled the chat of 07. There's a lot of people there who pick this up, so I'll take your entire stock. Nice. Sorry, man. I interrupted you there for a little bit, but I was just gonna put this.
It's good. It's good. We're good. People are happy. We have questions being answered. I bought SE on 3 different devices. Why not purchase a whole nother console?
I will put this.
Is there something going on with the site? I can't make an account. If you have any issues creating an account, you can email me and we can make sure that gets resolved. It's very important to us that you're able to use the support site. So if you have an issue just becoming a member on the support site, please email support@keenswh.com and I'll get back to you and we can work out whatever your issue is.
So I was just showing that off on screen as well because it's color corrected. Pretty hard to show that I'll take some pictures of this with my DSLR guys and post it on social media, but trying to get the colors accuracy there. You can kind of see a bit better. There we go. And now I'll put it to one side without dropping it.
That would you want to talk about the most quickly clipped item on
my
Twitch
goodness
ever.
I mean, I for like a social experiment I almost want to try dropping it, but Right.
What do you guys think about NPCs? Right now in the game, there are drones. If you mean more aggressive NPCs, like something significantly more complicated, like an engineer running around and doing their own thing, that's not something that we have planned at this time. We've got bigger fish to fry, like PCU limits and dedicated servers.
Oh, 9 p.m. All right, nice. I don't think, yeah, there was
how do I add multiple things to a group on Xbox One, like a bunch of pistons? Can you illustrate that real quick, or do you want to save that for your stream tomorrow?
Sorry, what was the question? So I drifted for a second there.
They would like to add multiple things to a group. I've seen that question
Yes.
come up
Okay,
a few
hold
times.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, this is... So enter the ship here. It's going to be the... Let's see. So we go to the control panel. And then... I can't remember how I do this here. Aha, oh, wait, had it. Wait. Ah! Yeah, I do... Okay, I may have slightly forgotten this one. I didn't... Wait. Oh, it's because I think my LB is actually breaking on this, actually.
We had a problem with that controller the other day, but you have a
yeah.
nice new controller right next to you. I'm not trying to say you should use it.
There we go. So I'm
but-
selecting, here we go. I'm selecting multiple ones now. So if that doesn't really matter here, so let's go. So say something that's useful, let's react. Let's put all the that'd be good. I guess grouping the Gatlings can work. Okay, so, or, yeah, all the weapons. We can turn off weapon systems. So I can press RB. Sorry. It's hard to tell because this is sometimes not registering a click here, so I've got to double checking here. What if I'm? I just had it, and now it's not misbehaving here. Hold and drag, right? Wait, why are you not? There we go. There we are. Yay! So that is using the bumpers to create like a thing there. So yeah, you can basically once you've got it, if you want to drag a bunch, you can do the left bumper and then the D-pad down. So I'm just doing that, and that's selecting all those, and then that's good. I was selecting individual ones there as well, so
is there a toolbar for your most used blocks besides the block wheel?
No, that is the block. The first tab of that is that, if you see what I mean. The first tab of the.
Do you know there's a plugin for OBS that lets you show your controller presses.
Oh, I see this now. I've got this. I got this.
Gwyn just brought that up.
There's a couple of different holding mechanics you can use here. Different combos. I can skip. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going down. So now I've selected those. That's all the weapon systems, right? And now I can type a name in, like... And this is just using the bumpers, LB, RB, and the D-pads. So now I've got weapons. And then just save that. And then we go to the top of the page. Where are those groups gone? Oh. Did I save it? Oh, wait. Oh, I don't think I pressed... I don't think I pressed save. I pressed enter on the Xbox thing here. Let's see again.
There we go. Jordan Allgood. Looks like they got the answer they were looking for.
That's good. That's the main thing. Let's try that again.
They had that epiphany moment.
I'll just press WEP instead. All right, let's try and press save this time. There we go. Now we've got WEP. Good. So then, of course, with that, we can come back here. Turn on this toolbar.
Yeah, that is a good point. Shiny Moo Tank. We have a controller video, if I can find it. There it is. We have a controller guide that this fine Joel.
Yeah, that does at least the kind of, it doesn't do all those, as I've just shown you there. It doesn't do stuff like that. It allows you to jump into a game, build some stuff, have some fun, crash. It doesn't go over all the advanced mechanics. That video there, it just goes you over the main kind of movement controls and navigating the menus rather than kind of setting up stuff. It's not really a prep one, but it should definitely help if you are getting into the for the first time. So, yeah. Oh, so once you've got a group, so I was going to quickly show, once you have a group set up, and you can see here I've got the toolbar for Xbox inside the ships, and I can turn off different things, and by pressing the left stick and then left stick and B and A, I can toggle between the different toolbars. So let's go to a second toolbar here, and you see all the add buttons, and if I go up D-pad now, what? That's so strange. It just am I going crazy here? What? Okay, go back to the first page. Let me just double check it. I literally just had it. There we go. I think I had to hold it. And now I can go down to groups. And now we see this WEP group which we just created. And then with the WEP group, I can then add that to be, well, I could do shoot on and off, I guess. Yeah, shoot on and off. So now if I have this, you can see at the bottom, we now have a new option, which is that grouped button, and it's off. So if I press a down D-pad now, my weapons are just firing, hands-free constantly. So that's how you make groups, and because there was a lot of questions, how do you set up ship toolbars? And the key thing is that. So now I've got that again. Let's just try this again. Yeah, you just have to hold it down for a bit longer. You hold down the D-pads, then it comes up, which is a bit confusing because you think it's just a press, and it would happen, but it looks like you have to hold it for a bit longer, and then it will come up. There we go. Same thing. I can do remote control and change that to control there, or autopilot, and now I can control it via the. Well, it doesn't really make sense in this particular build, but that's something there. So yeah.
So we have a few things come up in chat here. Artful Boss asked, I only have two. I can only play with 2 people right now. Other people can play with 4. So that's the difference between the Xbox One and the Xbox S. Those allow 1 player and 1 additional player in a multiplayer lobby. The Xbox X allows 1 player and then 3 additional players for a total of 4 in a multiplayer lobby. We also had a few people say that looks more complicated than it needs to be. If you want to tell us how you feel, please go to our support site. You can make a new topic and say, I watched Joel make a group.
Yeah,
it made me crazy.
I realize it's because, guys, I am not a super proficient Xbox One player. So in some ways you're seeing a first player experience, I guess, trying to figure it out here, because I know the basics and I've been doing it, but I don't know everything. I haven't got to all that in the game, because Game Player Space Engineers is very, very vast, so it can take you quite a long time before you've used every single key combination that you'll need to know, if you see what I mean. So there you go. That's what I'm thinking tomorrow. It could be quite interesting, because it could be like me advancing my Xbox One technique on stream, as well as hopefully helping people along while I do it. And again, I see in the chat, Shiny Mootank had the answer as well. So there's Shiny's saying once you've played it for around 10 hours, you'll probably understand the Xbox controls like comfortably, if you see what I mean, like all of them. So I don't know. It depends how you get on with it, I think. But that's why I definitely say that the the Discord server, I can't advertise that enough. The Discord server will definitely, it could be one of your greatest tools if you are not able to find your help via the help screen here. So,
Joel, could you quickly enforce social distancing? We're getting called out for not following protocol.
Sure.
We have lots of plans. The blog post I just linked into chat. If you look at the blog post, fantastic, thank you. That'll work. If you read through the blog post, you can even just give it a quick scan. You'll see that we have a huge number of items that we're working on right now. That includes multiplayer, the planets that were just asked about in chat, a number of items that we're going to be working on. So even after the release of Space Engineers on Xbox, we're not done. There's a lot left to do. I feel kind of sad that you're all the way over there. Your little head's poking out.
That's where I belong. I saw something about it. So was it in Discord? Was it in YouTube? Oh. Yeah, so Darth Wormy says, if you are new to the Xbox controller usage, it'll be hard. If you've been used to Xbox controller for years, then you should pick up the controls fine. I think we've seen that. People who are actually Xbox players, who I'm not, the controls will be easier for you because you'll be more familiar with radial menus and the like, and keybinds, right? Because obviously the keyboard, you have lots of way more buttons just pressing once. With Xbox, because you've got X amount of buttons here, you have to do there's a number of combinations to fit everything in. It was one of the challenges for Space Engineers because it's not a simple game in that sense, that there is a lot of different controls to learn. So we had to find a way to really map everything to the controller, and we have just about done that now. But of course, some of those ones are definitely harder to initially find because they have to be on one of the keybinds. Like, even for me, the last day was learning about the fact that how to move your camera in third person here. Hold on, how to move your camera in third person here. So holding both the bumpers down, and then the right stick to move around, and the left stick to zoom in and out. Like that, even for me, that was just something I learned like yesterday. But yeah.
Okay, last question. Why is there a restriction on Xbox performance issues? I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Why is there a restriction on the Xbox because of performance? That's just a technical restriction because of the hardware. Hopefully that answers your question. Someone just said try using the help menu. Yes, please do that.
I split it the first time today. Come on. Into the rock. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Oh. No, I'm missing it. Got it in my clutches here. I have to back off here. Goodness.
That's quite all right. If you want to ask your question again, please ask it again.
Yeah, this is the best. I mean, again, we missed some questions earlier because there was more peeps in chat, and we were kind of discussing other things. But if you guys have any questions at all about the Xbox version of Space Engineers, please do ask them right now, because this is the best opportunity. And we will, we'll definitely see about doing something in the daytime tomorrow. I might even set up set up my console, get my couch set up, and I can do some couch gaming, maybe. Couch gaming stream. Because I would like that right now. I'm kind of my back's kind of like hurt. I've got a terrible I've got like a bar stool right now I'm sitting on because this is kind of like a slightly janky setup. So I wouldn't mind just like chilling out on the sofa playing Space Engineers. It's something that it's crazy that we can do. I mean, I guess you could do it, but easier to do now.
Got two for you. Well, one, I guess. So on survival, some or all of the planets vanish. Why is that?
Ooh.
Probably because it's a bug. It's definitely not supposed to do that. You should definitely report that to our support site. And if you're keen, do a quick search and see if that bug exists already. Yeah, you heard me.
Come on. Couple of rounds here.
How do you exit build mode?
Left stick RB. Or right stick RB. So pretty much you open up the radio menu, but don't move it at all, and then just press RB to basically. I'll show you in a second here as well. You mean to empty your hands? Come on. A bit more strength here. Almost split. One block left. Doing little taps.
Is it possible that the PCU will be increased with the planet update? We do not have an immediate timeline for any of the stuff we're working on. But we are working on the PCU limitations, and we are working on a planet update. Those things are in the pipe. They're on the way. Yes, you can purchase the DLCs by
separately
themselves.
now, right? Yeah. So yeah, this is so regarding that. So say, well, if you have tools, it's a little different. But say I want to enter my. Oh, it's actually the same. So I'll just kind of bring this up here. Oh, hold on. So open up the radio menu, and in the middle, you see you have the empty hands. So basically just that, and then RB, and it's gone. Your empty hands again. Or likewise, let's say you pick up an armor block, RB confirm, you're in building modes, and then if you just press the right stick, and then RB, you've also out of hands. So just basically press any of the sticks and then RB, and that will empty your hands, and you'll be free to move around.
Why is Joel so destructive? I think he was born that way. A lot of people have asked that question.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my unfortunate traits.
Why is there restriction on the amount of players? I assume you mean in multiplayer. Performance. It's just a performance restriction. We want you to be able to enjoy the game, but we're like everything else. That's one of the things that we're investigating right now is player limits and dedicated servers. So thank you guys for making a great game. You get out of here.
I don't have any of the pre-order skins, unfortunately. Feels bad, man.
You missed it.
I missed it. Well, no, I'm just kind of surprised the company accounts don't have them, but oh well. I need to earn my other skins, I guess.
You need to do it the hard way.
Yep. I agree. Okay.
Will there be actual shutters for Windows? Those don't exist right now, and we have lots of plans for the future. How's that for an answer? I'm super interested in this game. Is there an advantage for Xbox One X, like better performance? Yes, exactly that.
Well, I wouldn't say advantage as such, but just better. You have higher player count in multiplayer, which will be higher. Well, they'll both be higher in the future, right? Chenda mentioned earlier they want to have at least initially for the hosted, they want to have the original and the S at 4 players, and then the X at 6 players. And dedicated servers, of course, could also mean better stuff as well. And one thing that just reminded me is, and the graphics, of course. Like, if we're comparing to the PC equivalent, the original and the S have the settings on PC around low to medium, and the Xbox One X has around medium to high settings if we're comparing to the PC builds. That kind of tells you the difference. But other than that, other than the multiplayer count and the higher graphical fidelity, the additions are the same. So, and of course, you can. Yeah.
We have localization questions come up all the time. Questions about will the game be, let's see if I can remember all the ones that we had today. Turkish, German, French, Portuguese, oh, and Spanish. We do not discount localization options. We're always looking at ways to extend and provide better translations for more of our community. So we're definitely looking into more localization options right now. So today's the lunch day.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, today's kind of the lunch day. Lunch for me was like an hour and a half. Yeah, today's lunch.
I'm making an Xbox skin.
You're making it. You're making your own.
I can't figure out how to get to
Telnatique.
Can't figure out how to get to the saturation tab. I don't know why. Let's see, but I think a bit more. I need to turn. I don't know. I guess that's okay. That works. Now, okay. There we go. Say it this time.
Joel, I have a question that's specifically for you.
Sure, go ahead.
Will there be water on planets?
I shouldn't.
There is
hope
water
so,
on planets right now.
Right
it's
now,
frozen
it's
solid.
frozen, and there is. Yeah.
FFA.
It's frozen.
Yeah,
it's like great secrets lie beneath the frozen oceans of the Earth, like.
FFA Rombi, we just covered how to block groups together. If you would like, this video is going to be posted after this, and you'll get to see Joel go through it directly. So, can I get a show of hands? I've been doing this a couple of times. Who would actually be interested in me doing like a tutorial stream tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know what it could be, but I could potentially stream for even 4 or 5 hours in the daytime going into the early evening, and I'll just be live playing the game, and maybe Aaron or some moderators and some helpers can be about, and basically I'll just be playing it, but it'll be like a live support kind of thing, so you guys can come along or send your friends to this dev stream, and if you're having troubles with the game, maybe I can give some pointers. I mean, again, definitely pointers for the game itself. I know the game, I even myself, I'm still a bit rusty on the old Xbox controls, but would that be good? Would you guys turn up? Yeah, got some people there? Yeah, cool. All right. Dev PvP.
Nice. And once Kianata's woken up, he's obviously in the... Well, I don't know. To be fair, he'll be pretty up by the time. He could also join and answer more questions. So.
What time would that be for you again?
I don't know yet. I haven't exactly. I need to double check my calendar. I'm just trying to think. There might be some other things I need to do. I can't remember now. I need to double check my calendar. But if I think if there's a good time to do it, it's the next couple of days. So I was just thinking I could do 4 hours tomorrow, 4 hours on Friday. Just to kind of cover the influx of people who might be looking for streams and looking for help. It's another avenue. I'm not saying it'll be the best avenue. I still think, in general, for starters as well, doing the playing through the first jump and learning to survive is never a bad idea either. Obviously, the first jump's kind of a tutorial campaign. It's more cinematic and linear. But you'll definitely kind of get used to some of the kind of looks and what's possible in the game, as well as the movement. And for survival, this is also great, showing the core things, mining, refining, and all that. So that can definitely be good from a gameplay point of view. You've got the help screen for the list of controls, and then there's a video that goes over the basic kind of movement as well. And again, there's a ton of great community tutorials that aren't Xbox focused, but once you know the controls, you'll be able to follow along, just fine, as if you were playing on PC with it as well. So.
We have a bunch of people that would definitely like to see that happen.
Cool.
And there we go. And if you have questions, please join the Discord community.
And Freelance Camel, yeah, sure. We went over the paint controls earlier today, actually. I went over the paint controls, but we can do that as well tomorrow. It's not so bad once you find the options kind of there for it. So I was going to try and join a game here. Let's see who's online. Woo! Even more servers online now. Let's have a look. Okay. Should we just surprise somebody? I'm looking for ideally a 3 out of 4 player game in creative. Oh, Red Shit Main Avenger. This sounds good. Let's go. Hopefully they'll be nice to me.
Any chance you get to stream, please do it. It's much appreciated.
Samarty, I really appreciate those kind words, man. It's great to see you, and that really is great to hear. Someone who's returned to the game over some time. Okay, so I'll select the Federation. Sounds interesting. Let's see what we've got going on here. Ooh. Oh, wait, hold on. Waiting for faction acceptance, but I think I can. Okay. Have a good one, Ice. See you soon. Yeah, I'm glad we could get to your questions now. I'd say I apologise if you guys were waiting earlier on, but I'm glad we were able to get them sorted now. So really, if there's any more final ones, please get them in now. All right, let's see if we've got some friends in here. Oh, damn, there they are. Okay, let's have a look.
Are there any Xbox Space Engineers players that have made tutorials on YouTube? There is
being shot at.
Controller turrets. We have one controller tutorial that's up right now, and I know some YouTubers. I'm not going to say anything because I don't know what schedule they're working under, but there are some people working on tutorials right now. Xbox specific tutorials.
No, I probably shouldn't blow up this guy's ship. I was being shot at by the ship, but I thought I should maybe try and blow it up. It is creative mode, but they might have been building it, so I guess I'll leave them. It was tempting. Let's go fly to. I see. Oh, that's this pirate beacon. Who's this? It's a pirate beacon. Got some economy stuff. It's just checking the player list in here. I don't want to be known as a griefer, you know. Open player screen. I've got Rough Jim, Fuse Demon, and Main Avenger all playing on here. Not a bad ping. Oh yeah, and if you guys didn't notice, I how to see here. Great, that's good, Stomp. Yeah, I'm pleased I could help, Stomp. That's great, and also FF Rumby. I'm glad we could help too. Yeah, majority of PC tutorials can be used on Xbox beside the controller input. That's what I'm saying. So once you've learned the main, like once you know how to do the main thing, once you know how to do the terminal screen for doing some of the advanced stuff, and you know how to paint and all that stuff, really you can follow along with pretty much any tutorial. There might be some tutorials which are outdated for PC even, but even those they still can be kind of converted to the most recent version of the game. So you've literally got probably hundreds of thousands of hours of videos on YouTube to find if you really need to find something very specific to how to build a mech or something. Who knows? There is no crossplay, Samarty. No sir. No update today, Fallout Tech Boy. There'll be an update. The minor update will be in in middle of May, and one of the things will be hotfix, which will be on the beta first. So I think I've been. Is that right? Double checking with you. Because I think Chinda mentioned something about a hotfix like this week, but that will be on the beta, right?
Right. So if you join our Discord, you will know the instant anything is available. We'll be posting patch notes for anything that we release. Wishlist ideas for future updates. Our support site is that I just linked in Twitch chat is where you would go to give us items from your wish list. Tell us what you want, and if you can, do a quick search. Many items are things that people have already created topics for, and we're actively tracking those. So you can just pop in and give it a vote. I watched Splitsy for over a month when
Oh my
I
goodness.
first heard of the game and before I actually got
Oh.
it and attempted to.
Oh, sorry. Wait, what? Oh! Oh no! Oh, wait, what? Why am I... Where did that... Oh, Oh, it survived. It wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad, actually. What the heck? I don't know when I was... What's my... Sorry, I cut you off there, my screams.
You're good.
I turned off my... I think I turned off my... Hold on. Got ourselves a situation here.
Got ourselves a situation here, son. Do you need to drill? Is the vehicle partially
Yeah,
buried now?
it's got stuck in the terrain here, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Grinder time.
But I turned off the engines, I think. I don't know what happened. Oh, dampener's off. Now if I gotta do... there we go. I need to turn on my
It
thrusters again.
survived.
Nice.
It's doing
Oh, there's something over there. Lost my weapons though. It's a beautiful. I believe this is something made by Venom, if I'm not mistaken. It's a PC blueprint imported onto Xbox, the Mako. There's a bunch of stuff being pasted in now. Look at this. Hold on. I can see like a big... Oh, that's an economy station.
Do the packs in the Ultimate Bundle give any in-game benefits besides visuals? No. The whole idea behind our DLC content is that we give you a free, typically on PC, we'll do a free update. We'll give you a bunch of stuff in the free update, and then we'll do an additional DLC, which is just stuff that's nice to look at. And the DLC is mostly just a way to support continued development. There's no like super missiles or force fields or any weird stuff in there.
I see someone crashing a big ship on the thing here. We're trying to cover all the chats, guys. We're trying to cover all the chats. There is three we're jumping between.
Are there any hints towards future DLC or on the PC or Xbox versions? Joel's in charge of leaks, not me.
Yeah, I know. It's Chief Leak Officer.
Yep.
Sylvas, regarding the Lost Colony, it's because it's the number of grids in the world. There's a lot of outposts and underground stuff. So it's just a little bit too high, at the moment. That's the one thing. That wasn't a very techie explanation, but yeah.
Is there a way to get blueprints from PC onto Xbox? Where would I get more info about that? You would get that information pinned in our Discord server. I think it's in the Xbox section. Actually, Gwyn can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm pretty sure Gwyn wrote the guide to that.
Looks like someone crashed basically someone crashed a economy station from orbit, it looks like, and now they're just blowing it up. Or severing it. Having fun, that's the main thing, right?
There's a piece they want. Oh my goodness. Wow. Will SE be available in VR? Joel, you actually know more about that than I do.
Well, nothing in the works right now, guys, but we have definitely heard people wanting that, and as someone who's played SE in VR in some internal experiments, it would be awesome, but it's not the focus right now. I mean, VR's definitely becoming more and more mainstream and more accessible, because that's the big thing, right? I think Marek's mentioned it in the past. I think Marek even said almost certainly we'll do VR games at some point in the future. you know, it is getting more and more popular. The problem is now, you know, you devote a bunch of resources into playing something that, what is it now, like at least 1% I think of Steam users have VR. Maybe it's gone up now since Half-Life to like 2 or 3%. I don't know the exact stats, but the point is it's still like a very small minority of people. Or you can have like, you can put the same resources into a new update or new game, which like, you know, 100% of people or 95% of people can play or want to play. That's the thing. And of course it's definitely shifting, and Marek loves VR. Marek is a big believer in VR. He even thinks, you know, he said in the last stream, I think it's like that he feels it's the future. So it'll be coming at some point. It's just a matter of when, you know.
There are people stealing PC blueprints and uploading them on mod.io. If you see a blueprint that came from a creator that you're a fan of, get the actual creator of the blueprint to use the report button on mod.io and have them leave their contact information. I've followed up with a number of creators that have had their content posted on mod.io and made sure that was taken down as quickly as possible.
Some of it was official. Keen reached out to some people to have their blueprints blueprints implemented in like as a, just so there was some stuff for people to subscribe to when the game first came out. But there was a couple of issues here. Let's see. Have a look at what's the most recent stuff on the mod.io here. See what's being published right now. Let's have a look.
There ever be a non-mod shield generator? First ship.
I'm just looking. I'm looking at the most recent posted on mod.io. This is stuff. When was this posted? 2 hours ago. We had some stuff here. The Hydra. Nice. Cool.
Will there ever be a non-mod shield generator? No, we do not have any plans for shields today.
Game Pass is another question that we see. No details right now. I think at some point I can imagine it. This is a personal thing, but nothing confirmed on that freelance. And yeah, I don't really know where we're at with that. But yeah, not for now. But I appreciate lots of people do enjoy that. So it's a growing trend, isn't it? More people are using that stuff. So. Yes, Drew Winkle, this is the new browser which also, came for PC as well. So it was one of those things that was designed for Xbox, but PC players also benefited from, to have this kind of in-game browser for creations. It's very nice. To quickly search something, you know, you can, let's say I want to find some Star Wars stuff, you know, right? See what's on there now.
Are pre-made scripts like blueprints able to be ported over? That's kind of two questions. You can use mod.io to move blueprints and worlds around, and we are looking at incorporating some of the more popular scripts into the Xbox base game.
Oh, that's nice. Cool. Episode ask. Cool. Okay, let's. Star Destroyer. Fantastic.
Will there be pets? That is a whole different animal. We do not have any plans for pets at this time.
Press this. Where did that starfighter go? Oh, here we go. Something small to start with.
German language for console. We're investigating a number of different localization options right now, and we're going to continue to do so.
I don't know how you do dampeners on the. Oh, that one's crashing. Okay, forget that.
You can do this. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Oh no.
No, it's gone. This world is quite quickly becoming a bit of a mess here. Hold on.
if you purchase the pre-release for Xbox,
It's falling
when
too
do we
close to
see
the
the
planet.
update?
Oh well.
The game was released today. You should be able to play it right now.
Please be quick, animal people. Yeah, we're trying to up the player count as soon as we can, Callum. It is honestly, it's one of our top priorities. We hear you guys. We hear ya. Let's try this one, man.
It's top 2, that and PCU limits.
Oh, nice. Let's see if this will. That's a lot of PCU right there. Let's see if this will work. I'm kind of. That's a lot of damage. Oh, this station's been destroyed. We just got. Oh. Oh, oh.
Oh, that is a monster.
Trying to get the. Okay, that's good. There we are. Fingers crossed it will actually not fall. I've him. Okay, hold on.
Are there tank treads in the game? There are not, but if you look around the internet, you'll find some inventive ways of making tank treads out of what exists.
Ooh.
All right, now we're getting some really random stuff like random animals, raid bosses, and pets. No, none of that is planned. It might actually just be something for a different game.
Oh, I say there was something that happened. Something that Marek asked. It's probably my first time, but some peeps from may have recognised. I did the voiceover in the trailer actually, but I think it's actually my first. I was skeptical because I don't really think that I haven't got like an epic. I haven't got an epic trailer voice or anything, but it was Marek was like, hey, Zoc, why don't you try doing the voiceover? And I was like, oh, okay. And the guys actually thought it was all right. So, did you recognise it? Well, Gwyn, you would have recognised it, of course, but I'm not sure if anyone else recognised it. It was quite heavily like, 4 million copies. It was kind of what's the words? Radio effect, but
yeah.
Ronnie, you didn't recognise it. Ronnie, you've watched me for like hours, thousands.
We don't have any plans for any new weapons or anything like that right now. The major plans right now are the list, and I will go ahead and link the list again. These are things that we're working on immediately, that we're going to try and get done as quickly as possible.
Hey Judy, how you doing? Welcome. Togs, yes, that's good times. I can give you some cringe, Togs, if you're in the need of some cringe. When the stream ends, I'll give you a little bit of cringe. We say if there's nothing else right now, guys, we can leave it for today, and possibly see you guys in the next couple of days. We'll see what we can do. It will just be kind of spontaneous and random. But keep an eye out on the the Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer, and we'll be potentially doing some tutorial streams or something for you guys to come and hang out if you're Xbox and get some help maybe. And also, I think we've gone through quite thoroughly here all the help advices and suggestions and feedback and Discord servers. So hopefully you guys are feeling more enlightened now about both the future of the game and also where you can find help. Alan says, I bought the game, it's the best investment ever. That's some very kind words there, Alan. Thank you very much. Is that right, Riv? How you doing, Riv? And I honestly think that nearly all questions, like the biggest ones, are on that Marek's blog. So if you are joining us just late, definitely have a quick 5-minute read through Marek's blog, and you'll quickly get up to date with the main pressing issues that you guys are having and feelings. And yeah. Thank you, Gwyn. I'll link that in.
Gwyn's so much faster.
Yeah, Gwyn's so pacey.
Excuse me. He's got ninja speed. I'm just trying to keep up with him.
Anything else from you, Aaron?
No. I just, after watching that video, I just want to hear you say, "In a world."
I need the effects. The effects make it somewhat. And I can't. It's I'm on the spot here. In a world. No. In a world filled with Lord Clang. Only those with the greatest engineering skills will survive. Would that be you? Space Engineers, now available on Xbox One. But it's not. I don't know. It's not. I haven't got like a super deep voice or anything. I don't know. Like. Anyway.
You got cringe and an announcer voice. That was a 2-for-1. All right. Yeah, I'm good.
Fantastic, guys. Thanks to Kianata for joining us today, answering lots of questions. He is again the question answerer pro. And of course, thank you to our earlier guest, Natik Agayev, lead artist at Keen Software House. We had Chenda, who's our lead programmer on Xbox. And of course, Malik Rosa, the CEO, founder, and creative director of Keen Software House as well. Shout outs, thank you to the whole team, of course, the whole team who've been working hard to make this possible. As Marek said, we weren't sure it was going to be possible, or at least possible with the same feature set as it has now. You know, planets were, it was very skeptical that planets were going to be able to make it in there. The guys were working incredibly hard to get as many of those PC features on Xbox, and honestly, personally, I also was super surprised when I found out just how close it was going to be to the PC build. So great job to the team, and of course they know there's work ahead. There's still those major things that you guys are asking for, so they're going to be continuing to monitor the situation and your reports.
Oh, and one last shout out. Thank you to mod.io
Yes.
for working with us. We really, really appreciate it.
On that workshop integration. And shout out as well to Extreme Consoles in the UK, who made this custom Xbox and controller, Xbox One X, and keep an eye out again on the social media for the giveaway of this one super special console here. It's going to be absolutely nuts, and whoever wins that is going to be very lucky, because I'm kind of like, oh, will they know if it disappears? And yes, maybe a stream tomorrow or the coming days, kind of out there to help people. So keep an eye out, guys. And of course, a final thank you to all the peeps who hung out tonight in the chats, and everyone who is giving us feedback on the Xbox version of Space Engineers. But that's all for now. If you're interested in the full list of updates, bug fixes, and improvements, check out the Discord. That's the new one now. And as always, now that we can all finally play Space Engineers on Xbox, make sure you use all them blocks.
Oh.
Over 4 million copies sold on PC. Construct epic ships and stations. Destructible blocks and environments. Engineer to overcome challenges. Share builds in an ultra-creative community. Unleash your need to create.